So just coming, feet at hip distance. Just roll the shoulders back and down, finding a nice tall spine. Drawing in through belly button. Maybe giving the neck a little shake from side to side or the shoulders a little wriggle out. And then just begin to tuck the chin in towards the chest. Slowly rolling the shoulders forwards and scooping through the belly. So creating a deep C curve. Coming down to the bottom, take a little sway from side to side. Your knees can be as bent as they like. Just allowing the lower back here just to stretch out. And then coming back through center, take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, start to press through those feet, rolling on up, stacking bone on bone. The shoulders roll back and down. Take a breath in and then exhale, chin to chest. Pulling the ribs in, belly button to spine. Good, breath in, down at the bottom, little bend of the knees and then stacking the spine. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, head comes up last. And we'll do one more here. Exhale. Good. Inhale, nice full breath. And exhale. Once you come back up to an upright position, just gonna let Joanne in. Bring your arms straight up and over. Shrug your shoulders right up to your ears and then just drop them down. Do that again. So reach and lift up. And one last one. I like to do things in threes and drop it down. Good. Sliding your fingers forward. And then we'll just open on out. So finding a little twist, rotation. And then exhale as you bring it on back. Inhale, opening towards the other side. Try to reach fingertip to fingertip. Exhale back. Try to keep your hips pressing forwards on this one. Exhale, a little bit more of a restriction there as you press the hips forward. But you open on out. And beautiful. And then our last one, I'll just turn sideways for everyone at home. You're going to slide your shoulders back and in. So a little squeeze through the shoulder blades, neck stays tucked in. And then stretch the fingers. So elbows are nice and long, squeeze through the shoulder blades and lengthen. So there's that protraction and retraction all through the shoulders. And we'll just do one more here, keeping belly and ribs pulled in. And release. Pop those arms down and just give the shoulders a bit of a roll. And we'll come to make our way onto the floor. Just make sure we're all muted. Hi, Joe. Welcome. Just make sure that you've got some hand weights, Joe, and a ball or a pillow. All right. So coming onto our back. Feet are hip distance. Actually, you know what? Let's come to our side to begin with. So we're just going to get a little bit more of a spinal warm up here. So can we interlace the hands at the base of our neck and then just closing everything. Knees are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Take an inhale as you start to open out. There might be a few cracks and pops. And then exhale as you close. So here, because we are still warming up, just allow the knees and the pelvis to open, and the knees might shift a little bit here. That's okay. Opening that elbow, eye gaze will follow to the back wall and then bring it on close. Try to keep your head down as much as possible. It will want to lift slightly. And then just do one more here. Rolling onto your back and then just taking it straight over to the other side. Knees will come up and over. Might be have to do a little wiggle around. Excuse my back. And then same thing here. So just opening all the way, lengthening from your elbow up into your pec. Exhale. Opening all the way. Exhale, and we'll do one more here. Just inviting the breath in, nice and deep. Coming onto your backs this time. Bring your knees up into your chest. Just readjust through the body. And then take a little roll from side to side, massage the lower back. Drawing some circles, and then take it back the other way. We'll pop our feet back onto the mat, just squaring them off in line with your hips. Pop your hands onto your hip bones, roll your shoulders back and down, keeping your feet planted where they are. I'm just going to get you to take one leg out towards the side. The inner arch will lift and then bring it back in, taking the other leg out towards the side. Other leg stays nice and center, and then bringing it back in. So with your hands on your hips, you'll be able to feel as you take one leg out to the side, if you're losing that engagement through the deep lower abdominals here. Now your foot or your hip might not even be able to open out super duper wide, and that's okay. We just want to work within a range where we can keep the pelvis quite still. Inhale as you open. Exhale. And so we start to introduce a bit of pelvic floor here as well. So inner lift as well as a squeeze. We don't want to completely tense and lock everything, but as you exhale, it's going to assist with that pelvic floor lift. So let's just do 4 more here. Just notice if your shoulders start to creep forwards. And finishing up on that one, bring your legs up into your tabletop position. Keep your lower abdominals pulled in. And then we're just going to continue with that movement. So we're adding a bit more of a challenge here with our legs stacked, our knees and hips stacked. We don't want to take them out too far that you start to roll onto that hip. But you also want to sort of test or challenge yourself and just see where that point is exactly. So quite a small and very internal movement here. That's why I always like to place my hands on my lower belly and my hips, just so I can feel that and have that connection there. So we've just got the last 2, so last 1 on each side here. And exhale. Flexing your feet, bringing them back into that hip alignment, hip distance. And then we'll tap one heel down, hinging at the foot, at the hip. I've lost all my words today and it's only Monday. Oh dear. We're going to alternate between right and left, trying to keep that pelvis and the lower back in neutral. If you're anything like me and have a funky lower back or you've got some things going on, just tuck and imprint the spine a little bit more. So your knees might have to come a little closer, and then you may not be able to drop the leg as low. That is all good. Eventually, we do want to be getting into that neutral alignment, but sometimes, yeah, we do need to just tilt the pelvis just for an extra bit of support there. So from here, you can start to float the arms straight up into your door frame. And then remembering earlier on how we let those shoulders go nice and heavy. So we pulled the shoulder blades back, lengthening through your fingertips, but finding that heaviness through the back of the body. Exhale, pulling everything back. Inhale to lower. Exhale, drawing it in. If you're feeling pretty ready, you're gonna introduce the opposite arm as that leg reaches away, and then exhale, bringing it in. Try not to get too caught up about rights and lefts. Sometimes we can overthink it, and it just ends up being just a bit too much. And just as long as you're stretching one arm and leg away at the same time, and breathing, obviously. I would like you all to breathe. Good. Check in with the neck and the shoulders. You've got 10 seconds here. Three, two, one. Bringing it all back in. Reach those fingertips up. Now this time, if you want to point your feet, that's all good. Otherwise, keep them flexed. We're going to go for a double arm and double leg extension. So you'll stretch the arms and legs away, but pull belly in and then exhale back in. If this is too much on the lower back, send your feet a little higher up to the ceiling rather than dropping them down. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bring it in. As you take your arms behind you, just notice if they're starting to come up by your ears. I'm going to keep that space between your shoulders and your ears. Let's go for 5. Exhale in. 4. 3. 2. Exhale. And 1. Swing the arms around and then bring your knees in towards your chest. Just release and relax through the hip flexors there. Little roll from side to side. So we've got a little bit of a combination here. You can do the entire combination with your head up, or you can do it with your head down, or if you are feeling a little bit of both, you can do a few with the head up and a few with the head down. So what we are doing is we're going to do 8 of our single leg stretch. From there, we're going into 8 of our double leg stretch. That looks like this. And then we are going into 8 of our single leg lowers. So you do have the option to do double leg lowers, but I'm not a fan of it and my lower back does not like it. So I'm just going to do 8 single leg lowers. All right. And then we're going to repeat it. We're going to go 6 and then 4. So remember, head up or head down, bit of both. I'm going to work with the head up. I'm going to bring myself up, eye gaze towards my belly button, pulling my knees in, and then just stretching my right leg long. Let's go. Inhale and swap. Exhale. 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Knees together, curl up. Take a breath in, stretch the arms and legs. Exhale. Inhale. That's 2. Pull everything in. Halfway. Inner thighs hug. Last 2. And taking it into your double leg lowers, or sorry, single leg lowers. Right, up, left, up. We're taking this slow so that you can just tap into what the pelvis is doing. We're not swiveling. There's no Elvis pelvis. Remember, you can keep the head down for this one. We're about halfway here. Stay curled up. You're going to break a sweat like I am. Last two. Woo. And last one. Oh my goodness. And knees to chest, lower the head. Oh, wow. I'm sweating. I'm not sure about you, Lynn. I'm breaking a sweat. Maybe I'm not breathing. No, I think it's because I'm going slower, to be honest. My body's like, no. All right, let's curl on up. We've got our second round. Here we go for 6. Inhale. Exhale. 4. And 3. 2. 1. Knees to chest. Take a breath in. Lengthen. Exhale. Curl on up. Shoulder blades off. Inhale. Exhale. 5. 3. 2. 1. Single leg. Here we go. That's 2. Oh, my core is on fire. 3. We're halfway. 5. 6. Oh dear. Knees to chest, lower the head. Take a moment. And we've got one more round. This is the easiest part, or is it? Only 4 here. All right, take a breath in, stretch the leg long. Here we go. And in. 2. 3. 4. Awesome. Knees in, stretch it. 1. 2. 3. 4. Beautiful. Last one here, legs to the sky. Single leg, down and up. Try to keep that pelvis nice and still. That's 1. That's 2. Maybe curl up a little more. That's 3. Last one here, and we have a delicious break coming. Oh, nice work. Release down, knees to chest. If you like, you can knock the knees from side to side. Oh, I'm going to be feeling that in the tummy later on. Take the knees over to the other side. So if you've got a ball or a cushion, something that can elevate your hips, happy days, I'll get you to grab it. Grab a hold of your ball, and then we're just going to place it under our feet. So if you've got a soccer ball at home, see how you go. If it's not working, you can just do this without the ball. It's all good. So we're going to pop the ball on top of our tootsies. So both feet are going to be like that. And you're going to lie down. So just to begin with, before we do anything, just make sure that your heels aren't too far away. They should be able to kind of balance, because you're going to press both feet in there. And yes, you are going to get the wiggles, and you might lose balance, but that's because it's a ball. It's designed to do that. So take your knees out. So we're making a little diamond shape with our feet and our legs, and then, but squeeze the inner thighs, and then start to lift the hips up. So you're pressing all through the feet here, engaging through the inner thighs as well as the hamstrings. We're just going to drop the bum halfway and then squeeze up at the top. Drop the bum halfway and then squeeze up at the top. Down and squeeze. Down and squeeze. Keep that ball nice and still. Down and squeeze. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the knees a little wide and squeeze together. Wide and squeeze. Hips are still lifted. Try to keep them nice and still. Out and in. Out and in. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way down. Pop your feet off that ball and just give the knees a little shake out. How is that on your knees, Lynn? Oh yeah, totally. Yes. I should always say before, this is definitely, it sets you up for a cramp. Yeah. So if you can, try to flex your feet rather than curling under. That will help very slightly. Like it definitely will help flexing the heels with cramps in the back of the legs. So we're going to try this one more time. Ball or no ball, work with what you got. Pressing those feet down and then flexing the heels, lift the hips up to the sky. Stay nice and open through the chest, maybe flip the palms to the sky. Drop the bum down and squeeze. Drop it down and squeeze. Keeping belly button pulling in. Exhale as you take it up. Inhale, drop, exhale. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the knees out, in, out, in, out, in. Good. Squeeze. Keep that ball still. We have 5, 4, 3. Oh, I'm sagging and I'm sinking. 2 and 1. Come all the way down. Oh, that last round was pathetic on my behalf. Give the back of the legs a little shake. Give the front a little bit of a slap. Nice work. Send the legs right up to the sky. Flex the toes and then points. Flex the toes and points. Last one here. Oh, that feels quite nice. Grab a hold of the ball or your pillow and then just slide it underneath your lower back around your sacrum, tailbone area. So you should feel quite supported. Just have a little wriggle around. You'll know when you've got the right spot. Wiggle your feet back towards your glutes and then press your hands down firmly. Shoulders are nice and open. Take one leg to tabletop first. Smooth transition as the second leg floats on up. Feel as if your hip bones are drawing in towards the midline. And then we're going to take our front leg forwards as if we're pedaling or doing our bicycle. So really slowing this down, stretching one leg, and then a little tap or almost a little tap underneath. Good. If you are feeling extra adventurous today, maybe you float the hands 1 centimeter or 2 off the floor, or you can start to reach them right up to the sky. Remember, nice and slow. If it starts to feel a little lower backy, just make your cycles much smaller and higher. And then we're going to reverse. Don't think about it too much. If you fall off, you fall off. You get back on. This is all upper and lower abdominals. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees into your chest. Oh, well done. That is not an easy one. And I'd like to know how that is on a soccer ball at home. Rolling off your ball. Pop that to the side. And then just rock and roll up and down a couple times. It's a little massage through the spine there. Keep your chin tucked in. Just rolling to the back of the shoulders. We're gonna just grab a hold of our hand weights, but we're using the straps today. We're gonna be standing for this one. So with us in studio, we're gonna be using these lovely rubber bands. You guys are gonna be using your hand weights. It's just a bit nicer to stand than kneeling sometimes. So grabbing a hold of your hand weights, gluing your elbows right in, standing up nice and tall. So with that red one, Lynn, probably start with a single grip rather than doubling it over. Keeping everything glued on in, we're gonna just start to open out and then slowly release. Opening out and slow release. Drawing the knuckles out to the side so our wrists don't start to do funky stuff. They're just staying nice and long. Nice. Make mine a little bit more challenging. Staying open and broad through the collarbones. Last 4. And in 3, 2. Hold this one out. We're going to open the arms, making a double U shape, and then bring the elbows in, and then bring those knuckles in line with your elbows. Open 1, reach out 2, drop the shoulders, drop the elbows, and then return in. Bring your hands a little closer together, Lynn, for me. Open and in. Good. So pop your hands a little closer together for that one. Wiggle the strap in a bit more. That's it. Good. So you've got a bit more tension there, a bit stronger. And then we open and lift. Good. So I want you to imagine that you've got 2 platters. We've got champagne, we've got cheese and oysters. I'm not sure if they go together, I'm sure they don't, but we've got them on our plates and we're offering them. We're gonna open out, we're gonna serve them and then bring them back in. Open, reach, in and close. If it was up to me, I would have camembert, a bit of quince paste, maybe some beetroot dip, beetroot hummus dip. Open and close. Let's just do one more here because I'm thinking too much about food. Reach out and in. We've got little pulses here. Out, out, out. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on in. Roll the shoulders back and down. Give them a little moment. Whew. All right, so for us, we're going to stand on our strap here. Everyone else at home, we've got a bicep curl. So bring those elbows back in and just make sure that we're not sticking our bums out. We're standing up nice and tall. Flip the palms up for this one. We're going to start at the halfway point. So everything's stacked. We're not down here. And we're going to curl knuckles up and release halfway. Again, so same thing with the wrists. No funky things going on with the wrists. They're just staying nice and long. Release halfway and then squeeze up at the top. Beautiful. So what you can do is you can step 1 foot back. So taking 1 foot out, and then it's a little bit lighter. See how you go with that one. Is that a bit better? Good, good, good. Last 3. Oh, my shoulders are feeling it today. 2 and 1. Pop that one down and again, give the shoulders a little shake. And then for everyone at home, you've got your flies. So your knuckles are down, you're holding onto your weights and you're taking your elbows up. And we're just going to do the same. So take the wrists out a little wider if you can. And then you're going to pump them out to the sides. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Just keeping a little bend through the elbows. And that's just to protect the shoulders as well. What can tend to happen is when we overload a bit too much, is we start to do this rather than squeeze through the shoulder blades and lift up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And our last one here, we've got a tricep press. So we are going to pop that strap behind us, step on that one foot. I'm going to stand on twice, but you just stand on it. And then we're going to pull the strap up behind us. Ladies at home with your weights, you're going to hold on to 1 or 2, and we've got a pump like this. We're making it work at home, at studio with the straps. So you can stand split, or you can stand with your feet together. Once it's in the right spot, it's all good. Good. Nice. So controlling that down phase as much as the up phase. And then keeping your ribs pulled in. Last 10 here. Yeah, that's it. Good. Really slow that down. No, you're good. You're good. That's it. And 3 and 2 and 1. Beautiful work. Release, pop them all the way down. Come onto your hands and knees and we'll just get a nice little stretch through the shoulders. It's quite strong on that red one. It is quite strong. I'll try and get my hands on another yellow one, but the red it's quite good. So let's just open out through the shoulders. Take the front hand up to the sky, opening through the chest, and then thread the needle, take it all the way down. Staying here for 2 breaths, just trying to get that shoulder down onto the floor. And then pressing through that bottom hand, take it up to the sky, and threading it all the way down. 1 more. Taking that one up, and then popping it straight back onto the mat. Over to the other side. Inhale, sweep it on up, and take it down. Inhale, sweep it up, and exhale. Beautiful work. Pop your hands back onto the mat and just take a little cat-cow, just a few breaths here. You might even want to just take it into the sides just to release through the shoulders. They might feel a little tight after all that hard work. Maybe even a child's pose. Just have a little wiggle around. For our next exercise, we're going to either come to our elbows or our hands. So whatever you prefer, I'm going to stay on the elbows. So we've done all of that lovely work to stabilize through the shoulders and through the lats. So we want to keep that as we work the legs, the lower half. So I'll get you to take the front leg that's closest to me, keep it bent, and then you're just going to lift it on up. I'll tuck my shirt in just so you can see placement of my pelvis. So what we tend to do a lot, and I'm very guilty of this too, is as soon as we want to take this leg up, we start to tilt the pelvis way too forward. So keep your hip bones facing the floor, and we're just going to lift it up to that position where we can keep the pelvis in that neutral alignment that I keep on blabbing on about. Flex the foot, and that's going to help with activating through the glutes as well as the hamstrings. Ribs stay pulled in. And then just have a little check-in. You can have a little peek down. Just notice if you're kind of leaning over to one side. And then once you've had your peek, keep your eye gaze out in front. So you've got that long neck here. Long swan neck. So we have 3 more here. 2, 1, and then pop that leg back up. We've got little pulses. So stamping, lifting the knee straight up, straight down, up, down, up, down. Last 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, curl the heel to the bum, and then slow release. Heel to bum, slow release. Just check in with the shoulders. You haven't sunk down. Squeeze. My glute is on fire. Slow release. And 3, 2, 1. Pop that knee down, and then use that same sides coming out. So little fire hydrant. I'm going to start to work all through those arms, through the obliques. You don't need to open that leg very wide at all to feel what's going on. Oh dear, the opposite side to the supporting side is really going to start to help you out. And let's finish with some pulses. Up and up. 3, 2, 1. Pop it down and sit back. Child's pose. Woo. Circle those arms back towards your feet. And coming all the way up. We've got to go do that again on the other side. All right, here we go. Coming onto the elbows or the hands. And then stacking the hips, taking that second leg up. Before you start lifting and lowering, just find that position with the pelvis where you can hold it. Little lift and lower. So I know, because I've been looking in a mirror for the past year and doing it, and I do it quite a lot. I know that on my left side now, I won't be able to lift it as high. So I have a bit more range on my right side. And so I don't push that. I just sort of work with that. Sometimes I can go a little bit more, sometimes I don't. You want to try to protect the lower back. Tap that knee down and up. Keep pulling belly button in. Nice, strong upper body. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. We pulse it up, up. Little stamps. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg. Pull the heel to butt. Stretch it long. Try to evenly press through both hands or both elbows. Let's go for 3 and in. 2, 1. Take the knee down and then straight out to the side. Open and close. Open, close. Oh, yes. This is not just a leg exercise, my friends. This is a full body exercise. Keep that neck nice and long. Out and in. We're going to finish with those pulses. Here we go. And up, up, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. And holy dolly. Sit back. Whew. Sweep those arms around back to the feet. And then just curl yourself up into a little tiny ball. Rolling yourself all the way up. So this next exercise, I'll just turn so we face the same way. See how you go, Kim, on your knees. If you need some extra padding, see how you go. Just try your best. We've got a little bit of a balancing and coordination exercise, but it's meant to be quite nice and slow. So essentially it is a stretch. So pillows, whatever you need underneath the knee. And then you're just going to come into a lunge. So just taking a moment here, just sort of starting to press the hip through. If it's too much with the leg down low and you prefer to be in a high lunge, then please do that as well. Just working with whatever you've got going on. Taking a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. So from here, I'll just get you to bring your hands on top of your knees and then coming up into a high lunge. So we're going to sweep the arms up. Inner thighs will hug towards one another and then circle the arms around, bringing your hands back onto the mat. Press through your front foot and you're going to lift on up. Pulling belly in, hug your thighs, sweep the arms around. So we're going to just do that for a few more rounds. Just know that if you do have this leg lifted and you want to do this option, it's a bit more of a challenge, yeah? So you'd be coming all the way up and then all the way down. It's going to burn those legs, let's just be honest. So let's sweep the arms up. Exhale around. One more here. And bringing it all the way down. Swap those legs over. If you need, just give the legs a little bit of a shake and then take it to the other side. So just coming in for that nice lunge or that stretch through the hip flexor and through that second hip there, that front hip, wrapping it back. Bringing your hands onto your knee just to begin with. If you need to shorten your lunge, that's cool too. I just have long, stretchy legs. Take the arms up to the sky, breath in, and then exhale, sweep it around, bringing your hands down. Float the fingertips up, press through that leg. Exhale, sweep it around. Again, if you're working with that lifted knee, go for gold. Good, pulling belly in, reach all the way up and popping that down. Slide that knee back and then sitting onto your bum. Bring your legs out in front and then just give them a little shake. And then just give it a little windscreen wiper from side to side. Grab a hold of your strap, either doubling it over or single leg. So for you guys at home, you can just use your hand, or if you've got a towel close by, hand is fine. You'll just wrap it behind your leg. Send that first leg up towards the sky. And then drawing some circles with the toes, so through the ankle joint. And then reversing those circles. We're going to bend our knee in towards our chest as you breathe in, and then exhale, send the heel up towards the sky. Inhale, bend the knee in, and then exhale, press away. Good, keeping both hip bones down at the same time. Bend and press. The last one here. So if you're just got a hold of your leg, you're just going to hold onto the outer or the inner calf, and then start to take your leg across the body. If you've got a strap here, you're just going to hold onto it. Taking that arm out to the side, let that leg be nice and heavy, and then turning away. Inhale as you take that leg back, up and over, and then doing a little swap with the feet. Send that second leg down. Squaring the hips off again, readjusting there, and then circling the foot, drawing some circles. And then reverse back the other way. Good, bending that knee in towards the shoulder, in towards the chest, and then straighten the leg. Drawing the heel right up towards the sky. In through the nose, exhale, press. 2 more. Beautiful. Taking it now across the body, holding onto the calf or the shin if you don't have your strap. Beautiful, bringing that all the way in, popping your strap over towards the side. We'll just finish with some roll ups. So straighten your legs down the mat, take your arms up towards the sky, neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Take a nice deep breath in, and then start to tuck the chin to chest as you exhale. Bring your hands to your outer thighs, and then helping yourself roll, roll, roll. Getting that spine stretch forwards. Let's do that one more time, stacking your spine and pulling belly button all the way back. Stretch your toes down the mat, hug the inner thighs. Try and slow it down right at the end. Inhale here. And exhale, chin to chest, flex those toes, and then sliding the hands to the outer legs. Stacking your spine nice and tall, crossing your legs over, and then making your way onto your hands and your knees, then eventually onto your feet. And we'll finish with a roll up. Just allowing everything to be nice and heavy, hanging out. And then we'll slowly roll, stacking bone on bone. Finding that lovely tall spine. All finished. Thank you, lovelies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All done. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Oh,
and Joanne, thank you for leaving your video on. Your dogs love you, and that was hilarious.
They were driving me nuts. They wanted to join in.
Oh, it made my morning. It was just so good. Thank you. I'm trying to do those exercises with control while I'm laughing. It was really funny. They love you. You're a top dog. Thanks,
oh, bye, guys. So
Bye.
great. Bye.